Hello folks, Everchanger here, and welcome back to more Pokémon Liquid Crystal. Man oh man, it feels weird saying that. Last time, we concluded our Let's Play at 105 episodes, having shown off everything the game had to offer. Except for the fact that there was something I completely missed at the very end of version 3.3.00451 that I never talked about. And then, of course, there's the fact that the game updated itself all the way to 3.3.00511, adding even more new stuff after the conclusion of the Let's Play. So I think we are very, very overdue for a revisit, and so that is what we are going to be doing here. I'm not sure how many videos this revisit is going to be. I want to say it'll be around 10 or so, just because there's a lot of stuff I want to show off. Now, a couple of bookkeeping things. The Let's Play is going to look and sound different because I am on a different emulator, different operating system. Pretty much everything has been changed since the conclusion of the main Let's Play over a year ago. So if things look or sound different, or I'm just acting different, it's because it's been over a year and I have just been evolving. Like, we're going to be using Pokemon terminology here. My channel has evolved since the last time we were in this game. I have done 3 Let's Plays since the conclusion of Liquid Crystal. I did The Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap, I did Pokemon Blaze Black 2, and I did Okami, so it's been a long, long time since we have been in the world of Liquid Crystal. Now, it's worth noting, I have leveled up the entire team to level 90 in preparation for these videos, just because our levels were a little bit under what I would have liked at the end of the Let's Play, the original Let's Play, episode 105, you know, all that stuff. Now, it's also worth noting that I am on version 3.3.00511 right now. However, as of last night, an update to this game was released after another year and change of inactivity, because, of course, 3.3.00512 is actually the most recent version of the game. Now, it didn't add anything story-wise to the game. All it did was add the Black 2 and White 2 repel system, so the do you want to use another system that was added in those games. So I'm not going to be updating to it today because 3.3.00511 is probably the update that most people are using at the moment, and I'm not sure if this is a return to regular updates for this game or not. So my plan going forward with this is that we are going to be running on the version of the game that I am currently using for the entirety of this revisit. And if these updates do turn out to actually be regular in nature, we'll be doing another revisit to the game at some point, hopefully less than a year from now, because I know a lot of people have been really, really wanting Liquid Crystal to come back, and it's been a long time since we were actually in this series. So I'll try and keep a little bit more on top of things going forward, especially since I am currently in my junior year in a mechanical engineering major, and long Let's Plays are probably not going to be happening on the channel for a while, so that gives us more opportunities to revisit Liquid Crystal. Now, you're probably wondering, why did I get this Mudkip out of the PC and then leave this blank space in my team? Well, about a half hour before starting to record this video, I received a comment on episode 105 of Liquid Crystal by someone who only identifies themselves as Henry. They pointed out that if we bring a Mudkip to this house, and we talk to this guy, when I was a young boy, I traveled to a distant region. I saw this fantastic Pokemon. All I'm able to remember is it's a Pokemon with a fin, and pretty small too. Ever since I've longed to see it again, which is almost impossible when you don't know its name. Hey, you look like a trainer that's seen his fair share of the world. Maybe you've seen a Pokemon matching this description. Yes, we have. Really? If this is true, then please show it to me right away. He wants to see Mudkip right here. That's it! That was the Pokemon I saw all those years ago. The luscious color of blue, the sweetness of its eyes. What is its name? Mudkip. Thank you so very much. I can finally put my mind at rest knowing this Pokemon Mudkip really does exist. And, after that, Say, when I was younger, I was given a Pokemon to train. Sadly, it didn't work out, and I've had my Pokemon cooped up in its Pokeball for a very long time. It could do with a good stretch, and a new trainer. What do you say? Would you like to become its new trainer? You say yes. You will obtain a Treecko. I trust that you can take care of Treecko and give it a good home. Now, unfortunately, I don't know where Torchic is in the game. In fact, I'm not sure if Torchic is even in the game at all, but I figured I might as well point out you can, in fact, get Treecko in this game. I don't know if that was in the version that I played over a year ago, but it's in this version now, so I figured I'd point it out. Another thing I should point out is there's been a pretty major change to the way the Orange Islands work in the new version of the game. Mainly the fact that the no experience aspect of the game has allegedly been removed, and as you can see, it has actually been replaced with a very passive poison effect, which is interesting. So hopefully the experience will actually work now, although if it doesn't, I don't think it's really that big of a deal. Now, in terms of the things I missed, we will be covering Route 59 and the surrounding areas in this revisit. However, we're not going to be going there this episode, and that is because there is a story event in this city that I just completely missed. And from what I can tell, it requires us to battle every single Nexus Grunt in the city, and so that is what we are going to be doing. And I still find it absurdly hilarious how they use the Frontier Brain battle against these guys, because honestly, I don't think they're too terribly difficult to take out. But anyway, yes, that is what we are going to be doing for this episode. We are going to be rematching all of these Nexus Grunts in town, just to see if we can get these guys out of the place. I don't know if we can actually get Team Nexus out of Mandarin City in the current version of the hack, but might as well try and see what we can pull off. And what's really nice is it looks like the poison does not actually take effect in battle, which is really nice. One thing that's also worth noting is in the original Let's Play, I had to recharge the G rank every single time I wanted to take out one of those Electabuzz in, what was it? It was like episode 92 or 93 when we did that. And literally the version after that is when they changed it so you wouldn't have to recharge the stupid G rank every time. So, yeah. Although I find it amusing that all the way back then, I complained about that episode taking 2 hours to record, when an episode of Blaze Black 2, I don't remember exactly which one it was whichever one we did the Hidden Grottos in, that episode took 7 hours to record. So, yeah. 2 hours is really chump change in terms of Pokemon Let's Plays, which is probably why you're not going to be seeing another full-length Pokemon Let's Play on the channel for a while, just because they take a long time to make, and that can be really, really frustrating. What's also really frustrating is also this fact, the fact that Team Nexus really likes to heal up their Pokemon when their HP is low. In fact, I think every trainer in this game did that, if I recall correctly. I do apologize for the disjointed feeling of this episode, because I'm pretty sure there are going to be people out there who have not seen the Let's Play yet. But when they do go and eventually watch it, they are going to be seeing episode 105 and then episode 106 right after, and for them it's only a few seconds, but for me it's been over a year, so I do apologize if there are any disjointed feeling things about the Let's Play in terms of the way it looks, the way it sounds, the way I'm acting, the way I'm laying out the series. Just that's the reason behind that. And wow, that does a lot of damage. Alright, critical hit, because critical hits are amazing. Alright, so also worth noting, near the end of Blaze Black 2 and for a large portion of Okami, my videos were quite long actually. They were probably around the 40-minute mark usually. I'm going to try and avoid that with this series because up until this point this series has had a about an average of 25-ish minute or so videos, so I'm going to try and keep these videos at around that length. Well, that didn't go according to plan. No, it did not, sir. Alrighty, we're getting a lot of experience from these guys, actually. I'm so glad they changed that. I heard the news. The rest of the islands are in the same condition. Now this one, too, has been overrun with idiots. Idiots indeed. Mandarin City office block. Alrighty. Now up here, I believe we fought this guy. Now my throat is sore. Yeah, we did fight this guy. Now, it looks like this door is just locked, which is interesting, but I guess we'll go with it. This place is blocked off into... What? You beat all our guards? Impossible. I guess it's up to me. I guess that was the only Nexus guy we hadn't fought yet. Either that, or they just don't run the check properly. Anyway, Nexus Elite wants to battle. Okay, so I guess this is an admin, which I guess we can work with. Alrighty. Now, this poison effect, since it only takes effect outside of battle, and it's very, very infrequent compared to actual poison status, I feel like this is a very, very acceptable alternative that has been added in place of what was there before, which was no experience at all. Because as you can see, these guys are in the 90s, and before I leveled up my Pokemon for this episode, my guys were only around like 85-ish, and we would get underleveled very, very quickly. And one problem with Johto games, and I feel like it carries over to this game as well, is the fact that, like, there's nowhere good to grind in Johto games. I don't know what it is, but Johto just never, ever, ever has a good place to grind, and it's really, really unfortunate because they pull high levels at the end of Johto games, both in the regular games and this hack. It's just a problem with games that have the Johto region in them, which is unfortunate. Alrighty, luckily it looks like this Umbreon doesn't have that evil moveset that Zane's Umbreon did all those years ago. I still remember that. I don't remember when that episode came out, but it's been probably a couple years at this point. It just feels so bizarre to me revisiting this series after all this time. But I mean, it's easily the most popular series on the channel. I don't know what happened recently. I would guess it's because Pokemon Go came out, but Liquid Crystal, the videos for Liquid Crystal have been insanely popular on the channel recently. Like, I've been looking at my statistics, my monthly view count has nearly tripled in the past month, and most of it is thanks to Liquid Crystal videos, which is just completely shocking to me. And wow, Rock Smash does even worse damage than I thought it did. Hey. But yeah, I don't know why the series is so popular, but I am very, very grateful that the series is popular, because it really, really came out of left field for me. I mean, the series was decently popular before now, but it's been getting lots and lots of views recently, and I am very, very grateful for it. Alright, this Umbreon, I feel like Umbreon has just been the bane of my existence throughout this entire Let's Play, and this is not the last Umbreon we are going to be seeing either, and of course we have mean looking effect. There is an Umbreon that we are going to be seeing later on that is going to be incredibly frustrating to take out, and I'm really, really not looking forward to that whatsoever. Alright, can we please bring down this Umbreon? Just don't get it into the red. Oh, it's in the red. He's probably going to heal, which is annoying. But, I mean, I guess we can work with it. Alrighty. So, considering this is the first video for Liquid Crystal in quite a while, and I have a feeling it's going to get a decent number of views, I'd like to hear some feedback. Not necessarily feedback on Liquid Crystal itself, but, like, the channel as a whole. I'd like to hear, like, any comments you might have about the channel, about the series that I've been doing. Just anything that you can talk about the channel would definitely be nice. Criticism is also appreciated, although if anyone comments like "you suck" or whatever, you're probably going to get blocked just because that's not constructive, and constructive criticism is what I am looking for. Alrighty. Let's take out this Metagross right here, or Metagross. I don't know exactly how you pronounce it. I kind of go back and forth throughout videos as to what to pronounce it as. And Pidgeot gets to level 91, which is awesome. And down goes the Nexus Elite. I'd better get the boss. The boss, huh? I'd like to meet your boss. That did not go as planned. So, you arrived at last. Don't bother. I already know who you are. I heard all there is to know from Mr. G and Z. I'm a mastermind in the art of crime, also known as Mr. R. Does this spell something? I don't even know. I see you were able to obtain the G rank. Well, let me tell you straight up. Mr. G was a pushover compared to me. I'll cease these silly games of yours starting right here and now. This place is officially off limits. Bye now. And the door is locked tight from the inside, which is definitely frustrating. So we're going to have to look around and see if we can find an alternative way around. But first off, I think I want to heal up my Pokemon because we took a bit of a beating in those fights, which is surprising considering how much I leveled up my Pokemon for this episode. Alrighty. We are all healed up. Very nice. Let's head right on back out here and see what else we can find. Now, I believe what we're supposed to do next is we're supposed to go over to there, that building right down there. So, it turns out I went the wrong way. Gonna take a little bit of damage, which is okay. I mean, I can deal with it. And right here we have the Mandarin City Police Department. The rest has been scribbled over with the words Nexus. Of course. We've got full control of the city. Even the police department has no leverage with us. So it looks like this area is open now, which I believe it wasn't before. I think we have to take out that elite member before we can get in here. And of course, right immediately, you're about to be served. Alright, guy, I think I know what your game is. Whatever you're going to serve me, I'm going to send it back to the kitchen. That was awful. I do apologize. I'll be honest, over the course of the past year or so, I feel like my commentary has gotten better, but there are still some one-liners I pull off that are just complete crap, if we're going to be completely honest here. Anyway, I believe what we have to do is we have to fight our way all the way up to the very, very top of this office building. That is going to take more than one video, I can tell you, especially considering how long these fights themselves have been taking. And of course, the AI lands Thunder immediately, no trouble, although it's possible it's got a hold item that enables that. Either way. Anyway, Arcanine is down. I think I want to bring out Gengar next, because Gengar hasn't had any screen time this episode yet, and I want to get at least most of the team some screen time just to show them all off, because they are the same Pokemon, but we haven't seen them in a very, very long time, so definitely want to give them their screen time when it's due, although there's going to be quite a few videos of this revisit, so we're probably going to be able to get everyone their screen time in due time. And what's he switching? Oh, he's switching into Tyranitar. That is actually a legitimately smart strategy. Interesting. I don't see the AI switch very often, so it's really interesting to see that actually happen. Alrighty, anyway, got the Sandstorm raging. I think our best plan of action would be to switch over to Feraligatr. Now, one thing I have noticed about my Liquid Crystal team in comparison to my Blaze Black 2 team is my Liquid Crystal team does not have a very good move set. My Blaze Black 2 team had a much, much better move set. Now, the unfortunate thing is, since TMs are one use only in this hack, it's going to be a lot more difficult to get a decent moveset going on this team, although we're probably going to have to at least attempt it going forward here. Not right away, but before we do the very last thing I'm going to cover in this series, and of course the voice cracks are back in full swing, because it wouldn't be a Let's Play video without a really embarrassing voice crack, but I feel like that goes for pretty much every Let's Player out there, and not just me, so that's just what we're going to have to go with. Alright, going to take out that Tyranitar right there with Surf, and very good. Now, we are gaining quite a bit of experience from this, so hopefully I won't have to level up too terribly much going forward, although by the end of this revisit, it is pretty likely that I am going to have to get the team all the way up to level 100 for something that I want to show. And I'll be honest, even with the team at level 100, I'm not sure if I can beat it in their current state, which is why I really think an overhaul of the movesets might be necessary. So if anyone has any advice in that regard, I'd definitely like to hear it in the comments, preferably sooner rather than later, because that time is going to be upon us quite soon, probably within the next couple of weeks. Alrighty, Sandstorm continues to rage, and hopefully a well-placed Psychic will take out this Electabuzz. I believe Psychic is how I took out the Electabuzz back when we had to take out that large number of Electabuzz. Not entirely sure. Alright, Alakazam gets some experience right there, and next up we have a Rhydon. Now, for Alligator it would have been perfect for this, but unfortunately, yeah, so I think we're going to keep Alakazam in and see what we can do against this Rhydon right here. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to spam Psychic, and hopefully that'll do the work, because let's be honest, unless it's like a Dark type, Psychic does the work. Wow, that was even more than I thought. And of course it tries to do Horn Drill, which I'm pretty sure is a one-hit KO, and it failed, which is very nice. I believe that is I believe Horn Drill only works if the user's speed is higher, something like that. Anyway, down goes Rhydon, and up next is Electrode. I think we're going to keep Alakazam in for this one. Okay, and the Sandstorm is going to hurt everyone on the field, which is definitely very nice. Alright, I forgot how long battles took in Generation 3. I've been very used to Generation 5 battles, because for those of you who don't know, the Blaze Black 2 Let's Play was 148 episodes long, so I was very, very used to the way that game works. I'm very rusty when it comes to Generation 3. It has been a long time since we were in Generation 3 in Liquid Crystal, but it is really good to be back. I mean, it's definitely a weird feeling, but I think it's pretty exciting. I just got served with lobster and cheese biscuits. Oh man, now I want to go to Red Lobster. That sounds delicious to me. Oh boy. Alright, one of them is down. And I think if we were going to proceed any further, we'd be stuck in battle with two of these guys. Potentially at once, potentially one after the other, but either way, I think that would extend the length of this video by quite a bit. So I think we are going to end things off here. So, this past episode of Pokémon Liquid Crystal, we returned to this Let's Play after over a year of inactivity, which is kind of insane. We also obtained a Treecko, and we began our conquest of this office building, which has been taken over by Team Nexus. Now, it's worth noting, this series of events was in the version of the game that I played over a year ago, and I just completely missed it. So this isn't actually new stuff. I'm just doing cleanup work from that before moving on to the actually new stuff. So please bear with me, as that is the scoop when it comes to what's going on right here. But anyway, next time on Pokémon Liquid Crystal, we are going to be continuing our conquest of this office building and possibly reaching the top? I don't know, it depends on how many guys we have to fight. So anyway, without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time!